Hello and welcome friends to a new episode of our narrative-driven Let's Play campaign for Total War Warhammer 3, playing as Nanu's Sartosan pirates in the Old World mod. So to catch you all up on what happened in the last episode, we did make landfall at Mintopua and launched our attack on Lucini. Now I am playing with Kataf's Southern Realms mod, which overhauls all of the Southern Realm factions into having their own respective legendary lords, plus some unique heroes and units to fight in their armies too, of which we're going to try to devastate as much as we can today. So with this episode, I do want to take out this minor army here, as well as hopefully baiting Lorenzo Lupo to attack us out in the open field, but also we do have two Lucini factions, so we do have Kataf's actual Southern Realms faction, but also there is another Lorenzo Lupo here who we are not currently at war with. They're not exactly fans of us attacking the other Lucini, although I would have thought that they wanted us to attack them just because both Lorenzo Lupos could be fighting against each other or having an imposter syndrome moment. But we're going to take our full stack here. And I did build it around trying to take out this Lorenzo Lupo because over the previous episode we did see he had some Knights of More and also was doom stacking a lot of these crossbowmen. There is also a regiment of renowned crossbowmen in Lorenzo's army that were named the Pervase crossbowmen, if I remember right. So I do have two detonation ships. They're essentially like bloated corpses but much faster, and I do plan on hopefully tying down all of their infantry or trying to clump all of their forces in one mass so then I can send one or both of these in. But we're going to try to take out this army here, which shouldn't be too difficult for us. I also do want Connor to get some experience here, so we're going to move him up. And I do not plan on holding on to Mintopua. In fact, my overall plan with taking out Lucini is to actually make them my vassal state and also sell them back their land so then I can have a puppet government in this area to control over. And also I can, for myself as a raiding pirate faction, just focus on gaining loot and acting as a true mercenary of sorts. Plus also I really do love the overhaul mod that Nanu made for the Pirates of Sartosa, just because as we can see here, if we go to the shipbuilding panel, we do gain some unique building mechanics as well, and also new units like these Sartosan free handgunners, which are probably going to be my bread and butter units as well. There's several other units that I'm really looking forward to using, like a feral carnosaur, and apparently some disgraced Bretonian knights are joining our cause as well for piracy and loot. And it's interesting as well that we gained some mercenaries from Cathay too, but don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. I'm pretty much happy with what we got. My army at the moment right now is very hero stacked, just because we recruited a dwarf powder cook who's going to help our gunners out a lot, and also our Sartosan pirates here are going to be our skirmishers. I'm loving our new regiment of renown, the Sartosan pirates that earned their stripes after their first major battle against the Tomb King faction in the area, the Vulture fleet, but they're not going to be too much of a threat, even though Thanatos Tor is right off the coast of Sartosa. Ooh, actually. Ooh, okay. This is going to be really tough, actually. I might find myself in a bit of a pickle here, my friends. Alright, so we might lose Bafardo. But also at the same time, I'm willing to give that up if it means... Let's see here. Control is stable at the moment. Right then. Could potentially make an attempt to get back to Sartosa, but also I do not want Lucini to keep building up their army. Sartosa itself is probably going to be in danger of King Kakalek. I could recruit an emergency army here. Alright, if I recruit at Bufardo, I believe there might be some troops that we can use to help us in that upcoming... Let's see, the garrison troops. Okay, just a couple of units there. 5, and then if I were to recruit an emergency army... Alright, well, I'll worry about that later. So we're just going to take Aranessa, put you in ambush stance because I do want to, like I said, lure Lorenzo out, but I do also want to take care of Guido first.
Easy pickings around here. The sea brings death.
Alright, move you up because I do want you to gain some experience. And then you launch the attack now. Alright, decisive victory, but at the same time, I do want to micromanage which units take damage in this battle. Plus, also, I do want all of you in the audience to witness some cinematic shots. So, the battle plan I have here is to use mostly my zombie pirate gunners as my makeshift front line. I don't really care if they die in battle. They're going to be easily replaceable, and also I'm going to try to use my Carnosaur and also questing knights to take out their crossbowmen. I might use my fell bats as well to dish out some damage, and I do want to save my detonation ships for the actual battle against Lorenzo's forces. Alright, and then Connor, you're just going to be there to gain some experience, so I might have you fight their master duelist or provide some covering fire while I send Aranessa and our ogre hero to do the real damage on them. Alright, but let's quick save there, and then we'll get on with the field battle, my friends. Welcome to the battlefield, my friends. We do hold the slight high ground here with our main handgunners up on this hill and being supported with our giant, dwarf, and gunnery white. Aranessa and my ogre will be makeshift frontline units, and also we are holding some of our forces in reserve, like the Calamity of the Deep here, will also be our frontline units as well. And also, sorry everyone if there seems to be a little bit of a graphics issue. I was tweaking around with the settings here, but do let me know in the comments if you want me to switch it back to the original settings. I thought that having it set to the higher graphical settings would make it more cinematic, but we'll just see how it turns out with this episode here. I also do have Fellbats deployed in Vanguard, and also I'll be sending in my Questing Knights and also Feral Carnosaur very shortly here too, to reinforce them. Actually, I don't think I want to send my Fellbats in. I do want to try to save them for the actual battle against Lorenzo Lupo, just because Lorenzo is going to be bringing way more crossbowmen, and I kind of want to use 1 or 2 units of Fellbats to wipe them out before they become a real threat. Again, thinking ahead in order to try to counter our main threat here. I also do have our Sartosan pirates hidden in the back lines here that I do want to try to use and micromanage in this battle to split their forces up. Again, I do want to minimize as much... I want to minimize all my losses for this battle, so I'm going to be very pick and choosy on who gets damaged or potentially wiped out, which, again, I'm okay with all of my zombie units, and roleplay-wise, this makes sense because I'm sure Aranessa would definitely prioritize her mortal living units over the zombie ones. But we'll start the battle here. Send our forces in. Let's have you guys start charging in. Alright, our giant seems to be launching cannons into them. Alright, are they actually going to start moving in on us? That's my question. Ooh, good hits there. Okay, let's just get you guys in range to start focus firing. Alright, let's have you guys take the high ground position here. Alright, how's our Carnosaur doing? Okay, looks like they're getting distracted. Carnosaur, let's have you guys charge in there. Okay, pincer movement, strike them. Alright, you guys focus fire on that unit of spearmen. Wipe them out as fast as possible. Carnosaur, I'm gonna need you to keep moving in. Alright, actually, you guys, I think I might have you go in and support our Carnosaur and questing knights. Okay, you guys start repositioning there. Alright, pull out of combat now. Alright, Carnosaur, start charging back in. Questing Knight's not taking as much damage as I was expecting. Ooh, good charge. Massive bloody strike there. Okay, that was a good attack right there. Alright, let's have you guys charge into these forces there. Okay, Aranessa, Ogre, I want you guys charging in to take care of their hero. Alright, Carnosaur, have you charge back there. Questing Knights, keep running in. Run into those spearmen, or crossbowmen, I should say. Okay, take care of their general. This is better micromanaging than my past episodes, I will say that. Alright, break their lines there. Ooh, massive charge. Yeah, no, instant deleting. Alright, yeah, no, a lot of their archer units are broken. Okay, let's have you guys focus fire there. Aranessa, Ogre, want you guys taking that guy out. Cast your net there. I do not want any survivors whatsoever.
The biggest boss! Meat for me! Get going! Cutlass is out!
Okay. Pirates, focus fire on the Master Duelist there. Okay, where's my Carnosaur?
Free company militia! Time of moving! Swords out!
Alright, do you have anything to increase your speed? Base weapon damage, melee defense, and damage resistance. Okay. If they're having trouble catching up with him, I think I might actually send my Carnosaur to charge in and at least slow him down. Alright, resounding victory for us, but like I said, I do not want any of their heroes or generals surviving. If some of their forces survive, that's fine.
Aranessa! Alaric's chief! Retreat!
Alright, you guys continue focus firing. Okay, how are you doing here? Just a couple more hits. Yeah, no, you should be dead. Alright, we've taken out their general. Or their duelist. And then all that's left is a general. Oh, please don't tell... Okay, at least you hit. Alright, still fresh, so you can't outspeed him.
My command!
Alright, come on. Oh, please don't get stuck on a tree of all things. Oh, absolute brutal smashing moment there. Well done, Og. Well done, my friend. Alright, minimal losses on my side. In terms of those losses, 108 losses. Lost 1 unit of our zombie mob. Okay, well that does free us up some space, which I did really want. And I do want to use that space to recruit another unit of Fellbats. I do know Fellbats not really the best unit to have long term, but also because at this point in the campaign I'm going to be going up against a lot of crossbowmen from Lucini. I do need those cannon fodder units to at least tie them down, or better yet, wipe them out, or distract them enough so that my real killers, my Carnosaur and questing knights, will swoop in, ironically, and then get the actual kill. Alright, my friends, so with that resounding victory and sacrificing a unit of our zombie pirates, we were able to free up a slot to recruit some Fellbats, and also I will be using both of these zombie gunnery mob units as makeshift sacrifice frontline units against Lorenzo Lupo. I did go into ambush stance with Aranessa in order to lure him out of Lucini, but even if we were able to lure him out and even pull off a successful ambush, as you can see here, like I mentioned before, Lorenzo is doom stacking a lot of crossbowmen. The one that I'm most concerned about is this base crossbowman. Doesn't look like it's a regiment of renown, thankfully. However, it is going to prove a challenge for our forces, so my secret weapons will be the Fellbats, as well as these detonation ships. Feral Carnosaur and also questing knights will have to put in a lot of work as well, and also our main force will be held back while we try to harass their crossbowmen as much as possible. And as you can see here too, we do have a negative predicted income because I did recruit an emergency panic army here, using a lot of raised dead to summon forth bloated corpses, deckhand mobs, Fellbats, and we do have the settlement garrison here, which I'm willing to sacrifice in order to fend off these Tomb Kings by King Kakalek. Only at 14 units though, but still, it's going to be a lot of... We're going to try to throw as much trash units at him as possible, or if he does, if he decides to wander off, then that would be a good sign for us too. He may or may not attack us, hence the reason why we are in the negative, because that emergency army is going to be very much needed. It is going to really put a dent on our income, but in order to offset that, I am willing to trade Mintopua to Marienburg using this trade any settlement mod. We don't have to neighbor a faction in order to pull this off with this specific mod, and also we can gain gold or diplomatic bonus, but we do need the money now in the early game. So selling off territory to Marienburg, I know it does hurt because I do want to build up my Sartosan Empire. Eventually I do plan on betraying Marienburg and then taking Mintopua back. Alright, so we're still, of course, going to be in the negative, but we have more of a cushion room here. I will end the turn here very shortly, and I think I'll wrap up the video after one of the main battles, whether it's Kakalak assaulting my settlement there or drawing out Lorenzo. But let's see what skill points we have. And in the next episode, my friends, I will pick up that episode with the other battle, just because I do want to try to space these campaign episodes out as much as possible, if that makes sense. So we're going to choose firing line, get some more buffs for our ranged units. Alright, let's see, we got one more to go. We could buff our pirate dwarf warriors. Infiltrators could be useful though, ammunition and speed for our smugglers. Those are going to be more of our elite off-brand units, and we do not have any mortars or artillery at the moment. Eventually, I really want to get Sartosan saboteurs just because they're essentially like outriders with grenade launchers, and they're a stealth unit, which is ironic considering they use grenades. Okay, so thinking down the line, infiltrators is going to be very useful for us.
I'm no mermaid.
Alright, gunnery white. Let's see. Just give you ammunition for now. Not really feeling any potential mounts. Stonehorn for our ogre would be very tempting, but also making him a very massive target. Alright, Master Strike it is. And then for our giant, done all of these. Okay, gotta give you some ward save in the coming battles ahead. Ooh, okay. Definitely choosing dwarf powder for our powder cook. And let's see, I do not have the money to spend at the moment. Alright, we'll end the turn here, my friends, and then depending on which battle occurs first, we'll record that and end the episode on there.